After high school, I took a gap year, and in January of 2020, I decided I wanted to go to film school. Great timing, I know. Every step of the way, it felt like it was taking forever just to get through it, and now that I'm on the tail end of my college career, it's weird to think that it's already been 4 years, and I'm about to graduate. As I wrap everything up and I get all nostalgic and sappy about college, I wanted to take a look at everything I've done and everything I have left to do. So here's the luxurious life of a graduating film student. I almost cut my face in that. Welcome back to my channel. So first of all, the semester that I have right now has been significantly more boring than any semester I've ever had. The only semesters that top it were my first two because, like I said, I started in 2020, just like in the middle of quarantine. All of those classes were online, and the main drive of going to a film school, especially the one that I go to, is that day one, they put a camera in your hands, you're working with equipment, you're working with softwares, like, you are getting very involved very quickly. And clearly, that was not allowed to happen. I was barely able to edit anything. Anything that I was able to film, I had to do by myself and in my room, so nothing was really of quality. And because of that, when we were finally in person again, I wanted to make up for as much lost time as possible and take on as many projects as I physically could, which was a bad idea. I'm an editing major, so most people take on one, maybe 2 projects. I decided to take on 3. I was the main and sole editor for 2 projects, and then I was the co-editor for another one, and they burnt me the fuck out. There's actually a point where I considered dropping out after that semester because I was just so tired of it, and I didn't feel like I was in the right place. I didn't know if it was for me. Luckily, in that semester, I met a lot of really cool people who genuinely wanted to see me do well and pushed me to do better. One of the directors that I ended up working with again in a later semester told me, don't let this be the thing that kills you and takes you out of it. So shout out to her. I'm getting my degree. Now this semester, I am only taking the last 3 classes that I need to finish off my degree credits. I'm taking a basic level psychology class, a global cinema class, and a Premiere editing class. Premiere editing class is funny because I've worked in Premiere since high school. I've been working in it for about 10 years. It's what I've used on all of my productions and what I'm gonna use to edit this video. My global cinema class is a class that I had to retake because I fucking failed it the first time. And then psychology is just a basic level gen ed that I need for my degree. My classes are also just Monday through Wednesday. Monday and Wednesdays, I have my psychology in the morning and then my Premiere class in the afternoon. And then Tuesdays at 6 o'clock at night, I have global cinema. Global cinema is also just we're just watching a movie and then talking about it. Sometimes we do presentations and stuff, but it's a class that goes from 6 o'clock at night to 9 o'clock at night, which is sick. So even though this semester is incredibly boring and not exactly a good representation of what film school is like, it is my last 2 weeks that I will ever be in college. So I decided I wanted to document it or something, I don't know. So I do still have some finals to get done. I have a few papers to write for psychology and a few things to film and edit for the rest of my classes. We also have something called our student show, which is kind of like our Oscars award show at the end of every semester. So that's pretty much just what I'm gonna be doing for the next 2 weeks and showing you what that's like and that I'm graduating. So today is Sunday and tomorrow I will pick back up again and start vlogging my week. I will say I find this to be a interesting task because even though I go to a film school and I know if I walk around with a camera no one's gonna even bat an eye, but I just feel uncomfortable filming in public in general, so we'll see just how much footage I actually get. Most schools just have finals week, but my school has Hell Week and then finals week. Sometimes they're the same week. We don't really know how the scheduling works. Hell Week is basically when all of our productions are due, and it goes in order of production level. Prod 1s are due, I think, yesterday. Prod 2s are due the second day. Prod 3s are due tomorrow, which means the school is fucking packed. It took me 20 minutes to find a parking spot, and I got lucky because somebody was leaving, so I got a good one instead of having to park essentially on the curb. Weirdly enough, we do have an extra parking lot and no one parks in it. Everyone just parks on the curb, even though I think the curb is further away than the other parking lot. What can I say? It's just our school's culture. So it is going to be a very busy day, and I'm sure a ton of people are going to be in the school. I'm about to run into my editing class and work on my final project and hopefully get it finished today, because that would mean I don't have to worry about it and I can just turn it in, and then that's one thing off my list. Right now, I am getting ready to be on my last set of college. I did not originally plan on being on a set this semester. I pretty much told everybody, like, I'm not working on productions this semester as an editor. I'm not taking anything on. Like, I just want to focus on graduating. However, one of my friends is just getting started filming on one of their productions, and I told them if you need any help for it, I am happy to, like, DIT. So right now I am just setting up a new hard drive and adapting it to a Mac. This is definitely something I should have done last night because I need to leave in 20 minutes. This is the fit and the vibe, and I've got to get going. I was in a bit of a rush there, so I didn't have time to explain it very well, but basically my job on set is to take the footage from the SD cards and put them on the hard drives, so that's what I'm doing in all of this footage.
What's up, guys? It's me, Jacob. We're here today with a Red Bull. It's our sponsor. It's raining right now. Red Bull makes it rain. Have a good day, and I hope you subscribe.
So after that sponsored, not sponsored break, I am just continuing to do that and organize all of the footage that I got from the SD cards.
His text was, "I applaud you for doing student judging for free."
Oh, that's right, student judging was today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oops.
Because he's doing it, he's staff judging.
I totally forgot I signed up for that and then I didn't go. So I have a minute before my class, and I got here early so I could drop off some equipment. So I am going to have a very well-balanced breakfast. One thing that is super weird about this semester is that a lot of my friends graduated last semester, so I'm kind of wandering the halls, like, not recognizing anybody. It feels kind of lonely as fuck. And just overall weird. Like, the entire time I've been in school, I've at least known a good amount of people to, like, talk to in the hallways. Sarah! Hi. No, I just wanted to say hi. I mean, clearly I know some people that are still here, but I'm so used to walking around the hallways and I'm always seeing somebody. This is a really small school, like, we have a very small campus, so I'm used to walking into the hallway and seeing, like, almost all of my friends, and now I walk out and it's, like, honestly kind of rare that I see somebody I know. It's definitely been kind of lonely this semester. Not to say that I don't hang out with my friends outside of school, like, obviously I do, but at the school, it's been a little bit lonely. At first, the semester was going by really, really slowly, and now tomorrow is May. And I'm gonna be graduating in less than a week. Some things I'll miss about this school are the fact that because it's small, you know everybody, or, like, have the possibility to know everybody, and you always know what productions are going on and stuff like that. Like, you're very much in the loop. However, something I won't miss is that definitely creates, like, cliques that feel very high school-y. And I'm sure this happens at other schools, but, like, there's definitely, like, the squads of the school, and they definitely mix, and it's not nearly as cliquey as high school, but, like, it's definitely still cliques. And I mean that in the sense of, like, once you find your people, you've kind of found your people and you don't really mesh very much, which does kind of suck. Like, I really wanted to make a lot of friends, and I have made a ton of friends in a way because everybody knows everybody. I feel like I've made a lot of connections with people and I know a lot of people, but at the same time, I feel like I have a very tight-knit group of friends. I am not a sociable person at all. Like, I am so anxious, especially around people, and I just, like, feel awkward and scared of people who are just people, but at the same time, like, they're people, and people are scary, but also people are just people, and why are you scared of them? I don't know. I'm on anxiety medication for a reason. I fully give all of the credit of me making friends to my partner. I had like a few friends from school that I would talk to every now and then, like we had classes together, because my partner is friends with literally everybody. He's a ton of roommates that I've become really close with, and like they're my best friends. I call him an extroverted introvert. He is so good at like peopling and making friends, and he is super sociable, and I am just not. So I fully give him all of the credit of putting me out there and making friends. I've also had some really fucking awesome teachers that are just like fun to be around and make school actually fun. Like I've enjoyed it because it's something that I actively wanted to do, and like I made this decision myself, which makes this way easier to do instead of like high school where it's like you don't have a choice in anything. And teachers that treated me like a fucking human being, which is the lowest bar fucking ever, is actually really rare to come by, and they made it so fucking awesome. I also had some really fucking awful teachers. I'm not gonna name any names because that feels like a liability issue and I don't want someone to fucking sue me. But I did have one teacher that was so misogynistic. And the issue is everybody has to take that teacher. Like it is a teacher that is required, and his course is required for everybody. If you wrote a script with a woman in it, good fucking luck. He was always like, where's the knight in shining armor to save the princess? And why doesn't she have a romantic love interest? And women are more than fucking love interests in scripts. They are so much more complex. God forbid somebody wrote a complex female character. He just like could not process it through his mind. There have been so many productions that have probably not been made because he just like tears you apart. This school is definitely like a trial by fire. Like as much as he sucked, it teaches you to have a voice, especially as a woman, and stand up for your creativity and like what you're making. There's 3 people like right outside my car right now, and I wish they would go away because they can definitely hear me vlogging. Film school's an interesting place, man. You meet a lot of interesting people, whether it's faculty or people going to the school. Also, the stereotypical film guy is strong here. As I was saying that, I just watched one of them spit onto the sidewalk. Gross. There's a ton of people that go to the film school that are very pretentious and think that the sun shines out of their own ass and just think that everything they make is just fantastic and amazing. And then on the very opposite end, there's people who make really cool stuff and like don't believe in themselves at all, and that sucks. It has been an overall really good experience, but I wonder if I'm saying that because of like rose-colored glasses. Like I'm just feeling good about it because I'm done and I get to leave. I have so many horror stories and like drama that I could talk about, but I feel like that is better suited for a different video. So maybe I'll talk about that someday. But for now, I am going to finish my chips and I'm gonna go to class and finish my final. It is student show day. I already clearly did my hair, not very well, and I did my nails. Just don't look too closely at them. And I am going to finish getting ready. I know I mentioned it a little bit at the beginning, but our student show is our end of semester award show for all of the productions that went on during the semester. At the end of every semester, everyone takes their projects and submits them to be judged, and then faculty and students kind of go through a viewing pretty much the entire day after submissions, and then from those, certain ones are picked per category. So there's like production 1s, production 2s, production 3s, documentaries, 16 millimeters, and then we also have categories like best cinematography, best acting. It is like my favorite part of every semester because it means that my friends will come out and visit for it, but it's also just a fun time to look back on what you made and like celebrate that. It just feels nice to be recognized for your work and celebrate with your friends and classmates. In fact, last semester, I actually won best editing, which is fucking insane to say. This semester I wasn't really in the loop of like what productions were happening, so I'm really excited to go into it kind of with a blind eye. The only time that's happened is like my first semester when I didn't know what the student show was, so I am very excited. And for people who are graduating like me, it's just an excuse to celebrate that as well. I also like that it's just a nice excuse to like get dressed up with my friends I'm not particularly a very dress-uppy person. I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I don't fucking use. And I have them because a friend gave them to me because they also didn't use them. And for a while I did my eyeliner and eyeshadow and like a full face of makeup every single day, but I just do not have the fucking energy for that anymore. I'm not completely done with all of my classes. I do still have that fucking paper to finish. That is not gonna stop me from celebrating tonight as if I have finished and already graduated. So I just finished my makeup and finished getting ready while rambling on about shit that really doesn't matter. So I finished getting ready and then I met up with my friends so that we could drive to the theater for the student show. I don't have a ton of footage because we're literally just watching films the entire night, but it was a great time and it was so much fun for my last one ever.
Student show! I don't know how to vlog!
Right now, I am turning in my very last paper. And now I'm officially done with all of my schoolwork. I'm done. I am done with college. And with that, I am officially a college graduate. I have no idea how to wear this. I think it's backwards. So I graduated college May 6th, and it is May 23rd. Even though I wasn't walking or went to any kind of graduation ceremony or celebration, I still had some of set that I had to go on that weekend. And while I was on set on Friday, everyone was like looking at the pictures from the people who did go walk, and they were like, "Oh, you guys are graduated now." And I was like, "Cool. What do I need to do for set?" We kind of just blew right past it because of how busy everything was. I haven't even taken grad pics yet. I will say though, since I've been graduated for almost a month now, it still has not set in that like I am not going to school anymore. It kind of just feels like I'm on break. And I'm sure that will change, like the longer I'm out of school, I'll like feel like I don't go to school anymore. But for right now, it's definitely a underwhelming feeling. I'm sure it would have definitely felt more of a big deal if I actually went to like any kind of celebration or had any kind of celebration, but I was just busy and didn't really want to do any of it. Maybe this video was completely boring and no one gives a shit, but I just kind of want to treat this channel as like a video diary and show my life progression to maybe look back on one day. I don't know. And if you find it entertaining, that's also really cool. But if you did watch this video and you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you're graduating, congratulations, you did it. You did the thing. And it's a hard thing to do, even if you went to a liberal arts school like I did. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay right. I'm gonna go finally take graduation pictures and relish in the fact that I am now a true adult with no excuses, and I have to do real adult things like move in a month and find a job in my industry, even though that is incredibly difficult with where I live. Fuck.